For this problem, we're going to be graphing a system of linear inequalities. To do this, let's start by graphing the first linear inequality, and I'm going to use an xy table to do this. If I choose x to be a 0, then y will be 6. If I choose my y to be 0, then x will be 4. So 0, 6 is right here, and 4, 0 is right here. And because I have a less than or equal to, I will use a solid line to graph this line. This is the graph of my first line. Now let's graph the second line. If I use an xy table here, and I let x equal 0, then y will be a positive 2. If I let y equal 0, then x will equal negative 4. So 0, 2, which is right here, and negative 4, 0 is right here. I'm going to connect those 2 points using a solid line also because of the non-strict inequality. And if I draw this line, I have this so far in my system. We will worry about which way to shade in a moment. But I also have these 2 lines here to graph. This first one, where x is greater than or equal to 0, is a vertical line, which is actually just my y-axis. This second one, which is y is greater than or equal to 0, is actually just the x-axis, this horizontal line. So we've already got those graphed. Now, to shade this last equation, I'm going to shade above because we want y values that are greater than 0. And greater than 0 means I need to be above the x-axis. For my third equation, my vertical line, which was the y-axis, I need to shade to the right of the y-axis. And for the first equation now, since I have a less than or equal to, I can actually shade below that line. And for the second equation, I have a greater than or equal to, but I can't shade above it because I have a negative 2y here. If I solved for y, I would actually have a less than or equal to sign, so I need to shade below it also. Where all these shadings intersect is my solution, so my solution is all the shading in this area here. Now we have a lot of corner points to determine. If we take the first 2 equations and solve that system, we would have the corner point here as 2, 3. And the other corner points we can get just by where they are on the graph. This corner point is the origin, which is 0, 0. This corner point was 0, 2. And this corner point was 4, 0. There is my solution with all the corner points labeled.